Alright, here we have it all set up. Gonna take this fin off. Make this fin the same diameter as the cylinder. And we'll see what we have. Probably open it up from the inside once we get that far. But we'll start whittling on it and see what happens. Right about there, should get close. Watch out for flying objects. Just a touch more to clean that up. That's almost cleaned up. One more. Alright. Now we'll start working on this top. I don't want to go too far. I need as much of it as I can. So I do need to open it up some. Alright, let's shut it off and see what we have. I'll machine this notch out of it and then we'll reassess exactly how we're going to do it. I might have to pull it off this mandrel and reach in there and use the boring bar and bore it out. But we'll see what we can get. This is one, we changed the setup. This is one of the base cutting mandrels. So the base is butted up against the jaw so it won't go that way. I've got a screw in it so it won't come off. And it's a nice tight snug fit on there anyway. So I'm going to go in. I'm just going to open it up to where the factory chamber stopped. Shortening up that bar helped a ton, which I figured it would. see where we're at now. $745. It's almost there. Ow. So we got a bore size of 775. And our ring is measuring 770. So we'll take another 5 thousandths out, 6 thousandths out, so it's slightly oversized. There we go. I'll double check it, but that should be slightly larger than the bore. Oh, that's real close to 780. So slightly larger than the bore, that's what we want. Well, we'll face this one more time. A little bit of angle on my tool. And we'll face that off one last time, because we need to get a good sealing surface. Still a little low right there. Alright, that should do it right there. Looks like it. Good cleanup everywhere. So, cleaned up sealing surface. Slightly larger than the bore diameter, so the piston can come up there. And once we get the head made, the head will be able to recess right down in here. We'll be able to trim the head and set the squish. So let me get this pulled out of here, and we'll take a better look at it back on the bench. So here's what we have sitting down in the chassis. And I'll probably 90% sure going to run a Tillerson HS carb. We'll just see how it ends up fitting in here. But something along that line. But here's the cylinder. This is a Husqvarna 353 piston, flat top, 45 millimeter. And I will admit, I did a couple little boo-boos, knocking that plastic mandrel out of here. I put a couple little dings in it, but I sanded them down, and you can't hit a low spot, right? But I have one more attempt once I get this feeling where I want it. I have a brand new cylinder that once this is dialed in, actually running all right, that we'll end up doing. Then maybe we'll send this out, replate it. We can always sleeve it, but let me see. There they are. Put a few little dingers in there. Just being a dummy, rushing, trying to get this done before closing time. But now I know what not to do. And it's not a complete loss yet, so we got this set up. And it's looking like this piston's going to work out pretty good. This is pretty much top dead center right here. So I have plenty of room to drop that head down. And the ring's still going to be well on the plating. So overall, everything's going about like it should. I'll make an intake block that bolts onto here, probably dual bolt pattern. That has the carb pattern on it as well. And we'll do something with the muffler. Or what do you guys think? Maybe just cut this center out, put a straight hunk of pipe through there. I guess I do have a couple mufflers. We could probably do both. But I think we might be able to tuck a piece of pipe in there and make it look normal-ish. And like I said, the nice thing about these is it looks like we should have a ton of room for a head, ton of room for that carb. Everything's going to stick down in there, just like that. All sorts of room there. Like I said, the carb will have all sorts of room. Let me look and see. Oh yeah. Plenty of room for a head. That cover is hitting ever so slightly. Let's look at this one. Let's head in this other chassis, see what that looks like. We might end up having to actually use the 520 chassis. We'll just set it in real quick. Oh yeah, even more room on that one. But I don't think it's hitting an awful lot. Yeah. We just need to trim this plastic right here. Just like what that is. Trim that out and that'll be good to go. So we're not completely lost with the orange yet. I don't know, I'm kind of fond of the orange chassis. What do you guys think? Let me know which one you prefer. The gray chassis or the orange chassis. And I do have an orange chassis that's actually the 5 series. But here's a look from the top down. Transfers. There's my oopsies. There's the exhaust. And we'll open the intake. But I'm still holding up hope. Pretty excited. I think we can make something work out of this. And even if it's not a top level 3-cube competitor, fingers crossed it'll probably be one of the fastest on this chassis. But we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, we'll stop this one here. We'll be doing a few different parts on these, picking up, putting down. I don't have a ton of time to dial it in, really, because there's a race coming up really soon that I want to get this to. But after the race, we can always go back in if it makes it. But let me know what you guys think. You interested in this race saw stuff? Just stick with the work saws. Let me know. Alright, thanks a lot, everyone.